Top 1 laddies, my name is Chaz, and welcome to the... Make sure that this thing's on. Yep. Okay. So, I am a little bit of a cough, but sorry for lack of uploads. A lot of things went around. But yeah. So, during one of the days, I thought maybe I just need to create a random archetype. I made Galaxy Doctor archetype, where it has 6 monsters, 6 spells, and 2 traps. So, yeah, let's kick things off with the monsters. That's what I usually do. So, Galaxy Doctor Bunny Man. He's an Earth level 4, 1,800. Defense is 1,400. He's a Beast Warrior effect monster, where this card is normal. If this card is normal summon or special summoned, you can banish 1 virus trap card. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that this also works with virus cards. So, like Crush Card Virus, the many others. So, yeah. Let's get back into the stuff. So, you can banish 1 virus card or trap card from your deck or graveyard. Then this card gains 1,000 defense until the end of phase. If you do, add 1 Galaxy Doctor spell card from your deck to your hand. And if you have the virus trap card, okay, hold on. If you have a virus trap card in your banish zone, sorry, I just had to check my spot. So you can target 1 monster on the field, except this card, change its attack and defense to 0, and negate its effects and until the end phase, or until the end of the turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can select 1 monster you can select 1 monster from either player's graveyard, except this card, special summon it in defense mode. If it does, skip your opponent's next battle phase till... Yeah. You can only use each effect of this card for once per turn. So then... Yeah. Then we move on to the nurse. She's a dark level 4 warrior effect monster, where if you have Bunny Man on the field, you can special summon her to your field from your hand. Once per turn, you can select 1 virus trap card from your deck to be banished to the banish zone. Activate 1 Guardian, or no, not Guardian, Galaxy Doctor spell card directly from your deck. or graveyard or banish zone or hand to the field. If this card is tributed by a virus trap card, you can banish. Wait. You can banish this card to the banish zone instead of the graveyard. Inflict 500 damage to your opponent's life points. For each destroyed trap card, destroyed monsters included this card by the effects of the virus card. So what it means is basically when like Crush Card Virus tributes her because she has 1,000 attack points. When you tribute her, you could basically just the trap card will destroy all of the other monsters, and then you could inflict damage to your opponent's life points. So, yeah, then we got. Let's do a big boss monster later. So, Virus Shield is basically the one. Yeah. So, it's a machine, level 4, Earth effect monster with, yeah. If you have a virus card in your graveyard or banish zone, you can, while this card is in your hand, you can place this card from your hand into the spells and trap card zone as a continuous spell card once per turn. You can select one monster from either player's graveyards or banish zone, special summon that targeted monster to your field in a defense mode, ignoring the summoning conditions, but it cannot activate its effects until the end phase. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can select one monster from either player's decks, equip that targeted monster to this card. And this card gains that selected monster's defense points. So, yeah. So, then we got Infected Insurance. It is a dark level 1 zombie tuner effect monster where if this card is normal summon, you can add one Galaxy Dark monster from your Galaxy Doctor from your deck to your hand, except this card. If this card is tributed to activate a trap card's virus card or a Galaxy Doctor card that tributes a monster, you can add one Doctor or Galaxy Doctor trap card from your deck to your hand. If this card is targeted by a card effect, and so by your opponent's monster, you can send this card to the graveyard. And if you do, sorry if I just got scared. So, okay. You can send this card to the graveyard. And if you do, draw 3 cards. If this card gets destroyed by destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can banish 1 virus trap card from your deck or hand or graveyard or field to the banish zone. Special summon this card to your field in attack mode. You take no battle. So, sorry if I'm a little bit feeling weird. So, yeah. Then, Virus Backlash. It's an Earth. Or, it's a dark monster, level 5, Fiend Synchro effect monster, where it has its usual, like, synchro material. Thing. But you can also cheat it out by using like if a Galaxy Doctor monster's effects is negated by your opponent's card effects, you can special summon this card from your extra deck. Treat it as a synchro summon, and if you do, your opponent must immediately skip their next main phase 1. Once per turn, you can shuffle all cards from your graveyard into the deck. Inflict 2,500 damage to your opponent's life points. And so basically, if this card is sent or tributed to the graveyard, you can select 1 spell card from your deck, activate that card, or activate that selected card directly from your deck to your field. If you do, shuffle the card into the deck, or extra deck. This card's effects cannot be negated by card effects and cannot be chained by your opponent's card effects. So yeah. So that was all the monsters. So we got Bunny, Dr. Bunny, we got Nurse, we got a Shield, we got this, and we got this. And so we're just going over the card effects. Sorry if I'm a little bit boring. I'm not compared to, like, say, the Florentine Yu-Gi-Oh! And the rest of them. Or the dual logs that he still needs to yeah. So now we're moving on to the big boss monster. There's a lot to talk about. So okay. He's a dark level or ranked 4 Aqua XYZ effect monster, where it's 2 level 4 Galaxy Doctor monsters. This card cannot be targeted by or destroyed by card effects. If you have a virus trap card in your banish zone, once per turn you can detach 1 XYZ material, add 1 virus trap card from your graveyard or banish zone to your hand. Once per turn, quick effect, you can shuffle the spell card from your graveyard into the deck. This card gains 1000 attack, and if it does, all face-up monsters your opponent controls lose 1000 attack and defense. And then, even if this card leaves the field. And then it has a detach effect where, like, you can detach one to activate one of 3 cards. So all monsters your opponent controls lose 1000. You can add or attach one virus trap card or one virus card to this card and treat it as a XYZ material. Oh. And then you could look at your opponent's hand. So it basically has the crush card virus effect built in. And you could destroy 5 name cards. Sorry, I'm looking away. That has 100 or more attack points. So, yeah, it was crazy. So, yeah. Sorry if I'm sounding a little bit weird. And so, now we did that. Now we are doing the spell cards. First one is Needle. Everyone's favorite Needle. And you can send one card or one virus card or trap card from your deck or from your hand, deck, or either player's field to the graveyard. And also both players send discard all their cards to the graveyard. Both players drop 5 cards. From the top of their deck to their hand. This card's effects cannot be negated by card effects and cannot be changed by card effects. And if your opponent declares an attack, and while this card is in your graveyard, you can banish one virus card from your graveyard to the banish zone, negate that attack, and then destroy all monsters on your opponent's field to their graveyard. And if you do, shuffle this card into the deck. So then we got so we got this. So I know there's a code changer, I believe. It was one of the anime exclusives, but this is my version. So get prepared. If you have a virus card in your banish zone, you can select one face-up card on the field while its effects involves a card or a types or attributes of monsters. Sirs. And declared types or attributes until the end of the turn phase. The card types or attributes mimic, basically meant into the selected card's type, become that declared type or attribute. If your opponent activates a card effect while this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle all cards, including this card, into the deck from your graveyard. You can shuffle, negate the activation and then banish it to the banish zone. So basically you're changing a card type to whatever you want. So yeah, now we got Screaming Phones. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, sorry. And so its effects are basically like if you have a virus trap card in your graveyard or banish zone, you can activate this card directly from your hand. Both players must select one spell card from their decks, add them to their hands. This card's effects cannot be negated by card effects or so if your opponent, if you control a nurse monster on the field while this card is in your graveyard, you can shuffle this card into the deck. All monsters your opponent controls lose 3,000 attack and defense until the end of your next standby phase. And so yeah, like most nurses, kind of like most nurses in real life, they always have to take phone calls all the time. That's why it's called angry phones. So then we got the labs of the Int is basically a field spell that protects your Int, and it cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects while this card. So yeah, and then I'm gonna let you read. So yeah, here we go. And you can select one monster your opponent controls, like basically in their graveyard. Special summon that selected monster to your field and ignoring its summoning conditions. It cannot declare an attack until the end of the turn. Also, it's treated as a virus card. And so, yeah. Then, this one, Cure of the Virus, where you basically banish a virus from in your graveyard or hand to the banish zone. Shuffle all monsters from both players' graveyards. Sorry. From their graveyard, banish zone, hand, and field into the deck or extra deck. If you do, during the rest of the turn, either player takes battle damage or effect damage until the end of your second standby phase. You can only And then we got Grabber, a virus. It basically is a tough one. And yeah, it was crazy. And then now we're moving on to traps. Sorry if I'm going a little bit quicker and because I'm a little bit tired out. So yes. The okay. Galaxy Doctor Viral Reset. So if this card is, or so if you have a trap card in your banish zone, you can activate this card from your hand. If this card is activated this way, you can pay 2,000 life points, shuffle all cards from your field or on the field into the deck. You can, this card, so this card can only be activated if your opponent declares an attack. You can shuffle one card from your hand, graveyard, or banish zone into the deck. Negate that attack and then banish it. If you do, inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent's life points. And then the last card is Blaster of the Virus. This is always treated as a virus card. This card can be, or this card can only be activated if your opponent activates a monster or effects. You can tribute one monster that has 5,000 or less attack points or on the field. Negate that activation and then send it to the graveyard. If you do, both players gain 2,000 life points. You can only, yeah. So the whole doctor's side thing is that Bunny Haim accidentally made so the bunny man and the nurse were treating some patients, and the bunny ended up accidentally causing a virus outbreak to create this monstrosity in a lab of basically, yeah. So then they start running. Then they activated the shield to protect them. But some of the patients got turned into like zombies and fiends. So basically the little detail is that in this monster's stomach is actually crush card virus. But on the tip of its tail is actually the Hate Typhoon. So, yeah. Yeah, and then so then this monster fused with another monster or synchro into the monster. And that's how the synchro got mons. And they had a cure. And it was a lot of crazy moments. How crazy? Yes. So, yeah. But soon, the trap cards will reveal. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this archetype. And, yeah. We got... Plus, I just want to do this because you guys don't know that I'm starting to get into tag duels. So let's start with these 3 monsters, shall we? Card Beast, Dark level 4, and its flip effect monster, where it's basically, you could shuffle this card into the owner's deck. You can select 2 monsters from your opponent's deck to be special summoned to your field in attack mode. If the owner draws this card from the deck, they pay 1,000 life points. Set this card to their field in face down defense mode. This card cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects. And then we got Beast Pill, Fire, level 4, Hawk. You can special summon this card, or normal summon it, or whatever. You can select 1 monster from your partner's deck to be special summoned. If you do, draw 2 cards. And then, yeah. You could read the effects. There we go. So, yeah. And then we got the Eater Maul. And it's a fiend where it has... This is a big boss monster with a lot of the effects. So, this card cannot be normal summon or set. Must be first be special summoned by shuffling all cards from your graveyard and banishing into the deck as possible. And so then, once per turn, you can select 2 cards from your opponent's deck, send them to the graveyard. If it does, this card gains their combined effects, basically, until the end phase. And then this card cannot be... Yeah. So that's all the cards that were basically that I showed. And I might be a little bit later on, like, making stories for, like, Beast Students archetype thing. Because I'm just, yeah. So, and plus, many other things will pop up. But please, you guys, wish me luck and have a good night or day and Merry Christmas. If you're watching this in December, whatever. But if you're watching it on any other holiday, happy holidays too. Peace.